everybody, I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia, and welcome to another YouTube video. My subscribers requested that I make a things I wish I knew video, and if I can do it, I try to make my subscribers happy. So this video, I will be providing you with things that I wish I knew before starting university and just things that I learned along the way that made my university life easier, a little bit about me. How am I qualified to tell you this information? Well, hi, I'm a graduate student at my university studying public administration and criminal justice. I'm in a DO program. So yes, guys, I did graduate university, and I didn't just graduate it in 4 years. I did it in 3 years, guys, with honors, by the way. I wasn't able to brag while I was a university student because I don't want to jinx myself, but now that I'm finished, I can do it. Summa cum laude, by the way, that's the highest you can get academically in undergrad with a GPA, and I did it with God and hard work. Let's get into this YouTube video, guys. University, college, higher education, however you define it, guys, it's an exciting period. For some people, it's a stressful period. For other people, for me, guys, it was both a very scary experience and a very nerve-wracking experience. I feel like that nervousness definitely motivated me for academic success because I'm a person saying, okay, I'm at this school. The only people who really distract me are my family members, like my mom. When I came to university, I lived on campus, guys. I was like, you know what? There's no one here to distract me. So I want to put my best effort forward, and I just tried to excel for academic excellence, and I was able to do that. And one thing that really aided me in that success was time management. You guys need time management. Time management is crucial, guys. You need time management to balance your classes, study time, extracurricular activities, and if you have a job, this is critical. As an undergraduate student, guys, for let's say 2.5 out of my 3 years at university, guys, I was part of 2 organizations simultaneously. I had 3 jobs simultaneously, and I was a student. And a student is your most important job. And if anybody ever tells you being a student and studying is not a job, guys, they've never experienced higher education or they're just trying to downplay your hard work and your success. So do not believe them on that. But I had 5 different jobs, guys. I was a student. I was a resident assistant. I was an accessibility assistant. I was a student assistant. I was part of the honors society at my university. So I was the president of said honors group, and I essentially spoke to my honors college deans. I hosted events, co-led meetings, great leadership experience, and I was associate justice. So at one point, guys, I had 6 jobs that I was working simultaneously all together. So I was a lot. And how did I succeed? Time management. I looked at my schedule and I was like, what is important to me? What came as a priority to me, guys, was my classes. My classes was first. Then came my RA position, my jobs that were paying me money, giving me that paycheck, guys. After those jobs, then came all my extracurricular activities. And just remember this, guys, there are 24 hours in a day, and at university, you have 7 days a week, 5 days a week to engage in all the activities that you want to engage in. So if it's important to you, you will definitely manage your time well. Now that then segues into my next recommendation, or things that you should know when you're starting university and want to become more involved. How should I manage my time? What should I use to do that? A planner. Some people like to use a physical notebook planner, so that can greatly help you if you want to do that. So I use a digital planner, Outlook. If you're a university student, download Outlook, guys, because that is your main source of communication with your school, with your professors, and it also has an embedded calendar. If you look at my Outlook calendar, guys, I have so much stuff on it, and I love this Outlook calendar because it gives me notifications like, hey, you have a writing center appointment at 12 p.m. You have a meeting with your supervisor at 11 a.m. Or you have class at 2 p.m. So it definitely helps, guys, if you get that digital Outlook calendar and make sure your notifications are on. That's going to be really helpful for you. I also utilize alarms. I have an iPhone, and when you have an iPhone, you can set alarms. So let's say an assignment is due at 12:59 p.m. I set my alarm to submit my assignment at 3 p.m. on that day. So it reminds me, because generally I'm a person, I do so much stuff. I forget the little things sometimes, and assignments, you don't want to forget that. So that is how I manage my time. Another thing that you should know, office hours with your professors, guys. Attend office hours. Professors are like, they're approachable individuals. I know when you attend university as a graduate student, especially as a freshman for the first time, guys, you have this perception that you're supposed to know everything and that your professors are scary and that you can't ask them questions. That is so far from the truth, guys. Just go in with this mindset. If you knew everything, why are you here? Why are you working towards this degree? Why don't I already have my degree? So I use my professors, even as a graduate student. Yes, I'm supposed to have this foundation of knowledge, but at the end of the day, you are here to teach me this new concept, and I'm going to use you because, one, I'm paying to be here. In a way, I feel like I'm paying their salary, because why am I paying tuition? So I'm paying to be here, guys. So I'm going to get the most out of my education, and you guys should do that too. So ask your questions, use your professor office hours. You can attend that virtual or online. And it's just good to get your professors to remember who you are and to know your name, because they can provide you with job recommendations in the future. I minored in professional writing at university, and I took like the same professor like 3 times because the program for professional writing was just so small. I think it has expanded since then. And she really got to know me. I got to know her. She's really a nice person. And I wrote a book, The Adventures of Unique Lemire from the USA to the Caribbean West Indies, which is now available on Amazon. And she edited my book for me. Like, she edited it. She provided me with a quote on the back of my book, guys. So she was a really great help. And then my accessibility assistant job, she gave me that recommendation for that job because she knew me as a student and I did so well in her classes and she knew my work ethic. So just build that relationship with your professors, guys. And I know sometimes it can be hard. It's still hard for me how to maintain those relationships. During Christmas, during Thanksgiving, send them an email saying, hey, Merry Christmas. I hope you're doing well. At the start of the semester, at the end of the semester, I hope your summer goes well. Hopefully you have a great semester, because they understand that we're busy, but you don't want them to forget who you are, because as a person, like if you're interested in wanting to go to higher education after college, after grad school, you will need letters of recommendation, and they're going to be the best people to write those for you. So remember to send those emails during like major points, just so they don't forget who you are, guys. Networking, oh my gosh, when I tell you, they did not tell me the importance of networking until my last class in my major, and by that time I was a senior taking the class in August, about to graduate in December. When my program did that, I was so upset at them because I went into that class thinking, okay, it's like a senior psychology seminar class. We're just gonna like reflect on everything we learned, maybe brush up on my resume, improve it. Everything about that class, you need connections to get a job. You need this to get a job. You need this. You need to know people. I'm like, I was so upset about that because I'm like, you didn't tell me this. That should be my first psychology class, or the first class all students take. Because the whole time we're in university, guys, at least in my experience, the whole time I'm in university, people are telling me, especially academic people, they're like, make sure you maintain your grades. You cannot imagine how many graduation coaches I met with, how many advisors I met with, my mom, how many people I spoke to, and they're all telling me, maintain your grades, maintain your grades. That will be able to get you into graduate school, which is true, will be able to get you jobs in the future, maintain those grades. And when I tell you that senior seminar class, when they now start saying, you need to know people to get jobs, you need to know people to get internships, that is so unfair, and it was unfair to me in so many ways, and it still impacts me, and that is just so unfair to incoming college freshmen who they're telling to maintain those high grades, which is important, and you will get those internships because they're saying that's a cause and effect relationship, when in reality, it's just a correlation. It's not a cause and effect relationship. They're saying that cause and effect relationship and things that are more strongly correlated together is who you know at networks. So definitely, guys, attend on-campus events, attend networking events that your university has, attend job fairs just to get to know people. And that ties into, again, maintaining that relationship with your professors, guys, so they know who you are. Another thing, study tips, guys. You need to have good study tips when you're in university. It definitely depends on the type of class you're taking, but my best advice, if you're taking a math class, Study tips that you will use are practice problems. Just make sure you have practice problems over and over again. If you're taking a psychology class or a class that requires memorization, like biology, nursing, things like that, maybe even a business class, index cards are going to be your best friend. Index cards and voice recordings, guys, because it really allows you to remember the content, and you are able to, like, if you have a voice recording, you're able to, while you're walking to the gym, you can have your earpods in your ear listening to that voice recording. So definitely develop a study tip and method that works for you and utilize it. If you're a person who's best at studying in the daytime, study in the daytime. If you're a person who's best at studying in the nighttime, study in nighttime. If you're a person who likes study groups, study in study groups. If you like studying alone, study alone. Don't let people make you feel bad for using a method that works for you. Mental health is also important, guys. Generally at universities, you have, like, it's not free, but it's included in your student fee. So if you feel stressed or extremely overwhelmed, guys, speak to your RA, your resident assistant, if you're living on campus. If you're not living on campus, your school has counselors, they have therapists, people who you can speak to, who can, like, guide you on what to do to make yourself happy and to de-stress, guys. Take time for yourself. Please take time for yourself, guys. I take 2 hours every day, official 2 hours every day. And then after my 2-hour break, I just work, take another hour break. But within those 2 hours that I take, I can do whatever I want. I can take a nap. I can watch a TV show. I can read a book for fun. Because remember, classes are important, guys, and you should strive to do well in your classes, but it's not that serious, guys. Is not that serious. And I'm just on now, like, just speaking to people and observing people in my family and, like, the grades that they got. It's not that serious, guys, but, like, know yourself as a person, because I'm that person who's striving for that A, striving for that B, and I will only be happy if I get that. So, but, like, if you're happy with that C, guys, then if that was your best, be happy with it. Don't compare yourself to people. You can't compare yourself to people. It can be hard, but don't do it. Apply yourself, get internships, join on-campus organizations, maybe within, like, your first year, first semester. You probably don't want to do that just because you're still, like, managing your classes and getting to know people. But honestly, by your sophomore year, I would recommend trying to get an on-campus job. On-campus jobs are superior to off-campus jobs, guys, because on-campus jobs, they understand that you're a student. If you want to attend this event or if you have this class, they're willing to work with your schedule. Opposed, if you get an on-campus job, you're required to work Tuesdays for 10 hours a day. So definitely try and get an on-campus job. Join on-campus organizations, guys, extracurricular activities. Being a university student, it is a great way to build your resume. When I tell you, my resume was built so much when I was a university student, it was built a lot. And don't be scared to change jobs. You got to change jobs until you find one that you like, guys, because sometimes your first job that you have on campus will not be a job that you like. So just make sure. Download the app Handshakes. Most universities use that, and they post on-campus jobs on that app. Sending hearts to the people who subscribed and sending stars to the viewers who hasn't hit that subscribe button.